we're going to see a fusion between this synthetic biology technology and AI. And it's probably on the 4 to 5 year horizon. And the AI will be programmed into the microcircuits systems of the nanotechnology. It's a fact. I mean, like, you're going to use the best software, the best programs you can get onto basically a nano computer within that cell, which does the programming. This might sound like crazy science fiction to a lot of people. People say that's not possible.
No, I don't think anyone would say that's not possible.
I can point to a peer-reviewed publication where they're doing all the components of this, and it's just a matter of time before someone gets wise and assembles it. And there's going to be plenty of financial motive to do this. So there's no stopping it. And that's what I'm saying here. There's no stopping where this is headed. And the reason why I say that, the Trump administration it did some great work with Russia trying to negotiate a new biological treaty.
I just want to apologize in public for every moment I've defended like our economic system, because like any system that allows something like this is a bad system.
Well, I don't. So all technology is dual use, right? It's like firearms is a classic example. A firearm in a good person's hand is a tool to defend and protect yourself, your family against tyranny. In an evil person's hand,
nuclear power, nuclear bombs. I get it, but you just have to assess the downside risk realistically as compared to the upside benefit. And I think with the technology, nuclear technology, I believe this, and certainly true with everything you're describing. Downside risk way far outweighs any potential gain. You live to 110, okay.
So I'd argue this. I can completely agree with the upside and downside risk of this. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is there's no stopping it. And this is why what I was going to say related to President Trump and the Trump administration negotiating a new biological treaty with the international community. Well, one, looking at history back to the 70s, I don't think it's going to be effective. So the existing biological weapons convention we have is outdated. It focuses on select agents, basically, that which can be weaponized through gain-of-function technology. They baked a loophole into it to develop countermeasures. That's vaccine technologies and other prophylactics. And you can engage in the gain-of-function technology, bioweapon development, if you're developing the countermeasure. And they couldn't get anyone to go further past that with having inspections. And I don't see that posture, especially today in today's climate, changing. So
we blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. The basis of international treaty, of course, is trust, and there's none. So no more international treaties.
Well, I hope I'm wrong
too,
you're wrong.
But I just don't see it right now.
Well, I think that there's a path forward, and the path forward to...
Wait, before we get to the path forward, can we just get to a broader description, more precise description of what the marriage of nanotechnology to AI means? Like, what does that mean?
Sure. So the marriage of nanotechnology to AI means that the nanotechnology will have swarm-like capabilities. So people, or the general world, is probably more familiar with swarm technology around drones. They're using this and they're testing this, and they're trying to field these rapid swarm technologies. And if you watch these large displays of drone shows that you see commonly in China, that's really them just openly testing drone swarm technology.
Yep.
And that's the civilian, this is cool tech application, but there's actually a much more sinister application of that same technology for defense, dual use technology. So imagine that these pathogens are like these drones and you see them operate. AI will control the swarm technology around the synthetic pathogens so that it can control their behavior. And then also that the machine inside the synthetic cell can adapt to its environment without any human construction or code or decision-making.
So what would that look like?
In terms of...
Well, I don't know. I can imagine a drone swarm. I've seen one. What would that mean? So you have synthetic cells that are controlled by a computer, and then they do what? Well,
they would... Use cases always help define what that is. So in a weaponization scenario,
yes,
you could use this to deploy a container maybe it looks like a bomb into an ocean where you know where a submarine is. The synthetic life could be magnetic and attract to the hull of a submarine. It would attach itself, and then it would make decisions about where it should collect on the surface of the submarine independently to create a biofilm and self-replicate to basically cause the sensors or to disable the submarine in some way. In space, use a similar type of, maybe, I'm not so sure what the delivery vehicle is, but say that you were to get this onto a satellite, you could use it then to eat and corrode the silicon and magnesium and the structure of that. You could use it to basically disable the systems on board of the physical structure of the vessel or the satellite. And that's just, I mean, what's really so striking about this is this technology will be able to use to attack objects, but it's a synthetic living thing. There's also the life. So there's a new fork here. You can use it to attack objects, or you can use it to attack life itself. And that's more what people would be familiar with. You could use it to attack specific genetic populations, for example. So if a certain population had a genetic trait, you can make the synthetic pathogen specifically target, name your niche of race or population of genetically related, close related
families. How about
families.
The ones who were given fentanyl and denied jobs in the United States? So, no, I'm just being super dark, but honest.
More difficult, probably. Yeah. Well, unless they had some kind of specific marker.
I'm half kidding.